Fun and games are over. It is the final trio in our trio of trios here tonight at the WWN Supershow Uprising. 6 men, heated tempers, lots of issues, lots of history. Emerald Empire versus really a dream team. And I think things are about to go from 0 to 100 in about 2 seconds, Ron.
Diaz trying to, hold on a second. Just like that.
There it is, attempting to get the jump, and instead the Empire taken out by all 3 members of a dream team, like I said, the WWN Dream Team, for lack of a better name. And it looks like we're gonna have another trio here. Trio with 10 punches.
Making every single one of them counting. Kind of surprised that seemingly many people in attendance can actually count to 10 here. Oh! You got the current FIP World Heavyweight Champion, former 2-time World Champion, teaming up with Sideshow, who many feel took the Heritage Championship to new levels.
And of course, our multimedia champion.
Yes.
But what are they planning here? Artois up and over. And watch out, I think Sideshow's about to fly. Good God, how does Sideshow still do it? What is he, 30 years in the sport? Something insane? Starting around 15?
Yeah, he's just at all times willing to put his body in harm's way, never throwing caution to the wind. And such a big man, but has stayed mobile. He's put on all that size in the gym, but he's still as quick as a cruiserweight.
At his peak, honestly, Sideshow at his peak, trying to get his hands on Frick, but caught, at least almost caught, by Hudson. The knee rocks the headliner. Of course, it was August Artois and Sideshow spending a good 3 or so weeks in Thailand defending both championships multiple times, representing the WWN brand worldwide. As face first goes Hudson. Is this going to be it?
Hey, this could be quick.
No, Hudson kicking out. And that's the challenge, Ron. When things get crazy early, it gets out of control.
It really does. And Chuck has really got his, I don't care, it could be a singles match between any of these men, but to try to control six of the most uncontrollable wrestlers you'll come across. August.
3D, is that enough? No, you saw Frick's concern as well. Either Hudson kicked out or Frick got in there, and Sideshow very happy to get his hands on 6 Stevie Frick. You already mentioned our senior official, Chuck Oren, doing his best to control things here. But man, there's so much emotion in this matchup. Of course, these two right here, Hudson, oof, got an opportunity at August Championship right here in this very building. Back at our Proving Ground Burnout event, oof, nearly became the champion.
Hudson's that wild card. Just literally one of the most unpredictable guys that I've come across in the last several years. He's dangerous, but he's dangerous to himself as well.
No question, and nobody expected Hudson to win the Southern Stampede to become a #1 contender. And of course, nobody's expected Dirty Devin Diaz to be this good, as Devin tags in, and so does Rich Swann. I don't think you want to get a gyration.
No, or a groin thrusting competition. Look at.
So I mean this in the nicest way, but you know, not a lot of things I resemble with Devin Diaz, but I think my ethnicity does. And I know when someone knows how to move their hips. Swan knows how to move his hips, and yeah, I don't think Devin's ever figured that out yet. Unfortunately, not fun and games right now as Swan, I take it back, kicks off the Dirty Man.
Yeah, I think Devin thought he caught him in a trap. And look, that's the thing with Rich Swann. It doesn't matter what the situation is that he finds himself in. He has a way of turning defense into offense real quick like.
Look at the shape of Rich Swann as Devin Diaz puts on the brakes. And Swann getting chopped head over heels, literally, Ron.
Yeah, rolling right through those chops, but then coming up on his feet, stunned. Hey, what a test for Devin Diaz to be in here with Rich Swann.
Devin's a mere 3 years in the sport, hanging with a bunch of guys with a ton more time, but obviously the Dirty Man using the size, looking to make a statement. Trademark Devin Diaz trying to tick off his opponents. Does no favors for Swann.
A lot of the veterans that have seen Devin compete in the ring, seen the term prodigy thrown around pretty freely. Robinson High School graduate.
said it before, kicked off his college wrestling team, not for being a poor wrestler, for having a terrible attitude and being uncoachable.
Uncoachable, completely.
When I first met Devin, was uncoachable. Got himself kicked out at WWN Proving Ground. That's a true story. Was so obnoxious, ticked off both Francisco Chiazzo, Rick Thames, was kicked out. But the talent brought Devin back, and of course, the money, as Simon says, keeps him here. Is now Rich Swan tags in Sideshow, and in comes Jonathan Hudson.
Sideshow leveling Hudson, who's in ridiculous condition as always. Reverses Sideshow, sends him in, nobody. Oh, beautiful. The educated feet of Sideshow.
Show just moving so fast, but being caught here by Hudson. We've talked Hudson before. 18, 19 years in the sport. Another pro, that's what I'm saying. So much experience in this ring, but able to get out. I was going to say something bad's going to happen for Sideshow, but now it's something bad for Hudson.
Ooh. Wide open. Kick right in the mush. Oh, no. Beautiful. Sideshow just seems to be setting him up for what? Not a matter of if, but when. Here we go. That's it.
Did you see Simon Says pulling the arm of Jonathan Hudson to the rope? The official giving some latitude here as now Sideshow getting his hands on Frick. I think Hudson's still legal, right?
Yeah, Says just can't help himself. If there's an opportunity for him to interject and involve, Sideshow leaving the back wide open to Devin Diaz, who takes the opportunity and comes in and levels Sideshow. Now, right after right, Hudson pulling Diaz off the Sideshow, lands a big boot right to the bread basket.
And back to my point. Here we are. Going for the pin. 2 count only. Here we are in a situation where Sideshow, obsessed with Stevie Frick, wanting his hands on Stevie Frick, took his eyes off Hudson, and now is going to get some Stevie Frick, but not the way that Sideshow was hoping.
Maybe that's the motivation he's going to need. We've seen him, again, for decades. Every time you thought Sideshow was done, maybe right here, kind of a lackadaisical cover by Stevie Frick. Disrespectful, but again, when you have the opportunity to put away your opponent, you got to do it. Don't let a guy like Sideshow hang around too long. Again, he's like a injured junkyard dog with the pain just, I mean, it does something to this
I shouldn't laugh because it did, but it's so true. You watch Sideshow nearly kill himself, whether it's IPW Hardcore Wrestling here in WWN. Hold on, pinfall. 2 count only.
To see I've seen a lot of the videos of the reactions of the fans in Thailand. I don't think they ever saw somebody like Sideshow. Just something totally different, and he put on such an incredible performance every night in the ring. And again, these people are looking at a rock star as far as they're concerned.
The way that he and August were running around, they were acting like hot rock stars too.
I can't blame them.
It was crazy.
Living the life. Partying as hard out of the ring as they wrestled in. Oh, Diaz with that well-placed boot and another.
And this, my friend, is what I was worried was going to happen. The Emerald Empire, they're unified. They come together. Again, here's Diaz distracting the official. Simon Says interfering. It's like a playbook, but it's like when you're... Oh, hold on. Pinfall. 2 count only. You know football much better than me, but the bottom line is you can watch all day tape. You can know the plays, but when these guys run the plays, you can't stop them.
No, and
you can't prepare for it.
Well, you can't prepare for Simon Says literally every single time he can, and the referee can't see from the angle he's in. You got Simon Says choking the life out. Look at him. And he's always coaching. That part I love. But this just total disdain and just not even acknowledging that there's such thing as a rule book.
That's the challenge here, as Devin Diaz is trying to crack the head open of Sideshow. It's absolutely the challenge. What do you do? What do you do in the situation where, from the perspective of Sideshow, has no give, will never quit.
Right.
But will the body of Sideshow quit? You're fighting a man half your age. You're dealing with a 4-on-1 situation. Is the body just going to give out at some point?
You know, if I wasn't looking at the specimen that is Sideshow, who is just being completely disrespected by this sleazebag cover. Devin Diaz seen at 2001 last night, hanging out with Bull Payne. What could possibly go wrong there?
Places I know better than to go near.
Oh my God, Mike Shane running things over there. But again, Devin Diaz does not need the influence of one Bull Payne, who is probably one of the most violent deathmatch wrestlers. Original Texas Hangman, by the way. But influencing somebody like Diaz?
You're getting some influence from Sideshow or an attempt there. And Diaz now caught by Sideshow, and there's no strikes in the corner. Followed by the lung blower.
Hey, but you got to wonder, how long was Diaz out there raising hell last night? He know he had a serious match here tonight. Did he show up in the condition? I seen him smoking out back earlier.
Sideshow finally makes the tag to August Artois. That Trinity Killer definitely hurting Devin Diaz, and Artois coming in, going after everybody. Official trying. Oh, did Chuck not see the tag?
He did. Making August get out of the ring. Oh, the frustration. I'm frustrated.
And the pin. Somehow Diaz, just enough wherewithal, take advantage. Back to my point about the analogy with football, right? We talk about officials and bad calls, and respectfully to Chuck, he can't have eyes in the back of his head, but that call could be what, in this case, loses the game, in quotes, just like the number of Super Bowls lost or whatever other championship things you do in sports ball.
Yeah, it could be a difference maker again, where he's got obnoxious. 6 men competing. Oh, Jesus, kicking Jonathan Hudson right in the face. Diving, nobody home.
And finally Artois tagged in, and you saw Hudson was in there, the middle finger, and now Artois coming in just as angry. Artois, 455 days as our FIP World Heavyweight Champion. Hits the senton.
He's so fluid in everything he does. And to see August Artois teaming with Rich Swann is just one of those things where I'm so happy to be here type feeling. Beautiful. He's got him.
Leg is hooked. Oh, Rick just gets in, saving Hudson.
That close. Rick trying to unload, but eating leather. The precision of Rich Swann.
That enziguri was beautiful, but just pure beef, pure boot by the Dirty Man. Disgusting. Ugh. That's dirty Devin Diaz. Knows how to bend the rules. That's why he's dirty. He fights dirty. But here's Artois, jumps to the clothesline. And a sick kick rocks the Dirty Man. But the huge freaking spear just turned our champion, our FIP World Heavyweight Champion, inside out.
Literally inside out. Disemboweling the FIP World Heavyweight Champion. I'm going to tell you, there's no denying at this point, Rick has taken things to a new level in his career, but better look out behind him because it's the 8th deadly sin, Sideshow.
Sideshow wanting to get his hands on Stevie Frick, was our champion for so long. Oof. Until it was stolen by Stevie Frick. Over 800 days. It's insane to me to think. As Frick, who is now 57 days as champion, was Sideshow's 819. Sideshow saw Frick coming.
Driving Stevie Frick face first. Sideshow still seeming a little stunned.
Things have definitely broken down here in this 6-man. Swann's planning something. Sideshow, what's August doing?
Sends in the troops. Beautiful.
And out goes Diaz, out goes Frick. But Hudson in with the title belt. I think Sideshow's getting ready. Should I say August getting ready to fight to get the head taken off by freaking Jonathan Hudson.
Never saw it coming, Trevin. Full speed right into that side. Oh my God, short pile driver.
And as if that wasn't enough, could have injured the champion. There's no way Artois kicking out. Disgusting. Something needs to be done about the Emerald Empire, Ron.
It's the Emerald Empire night tonight. There's no denying it. I mean, just everything coming up. Simon says just, again, I think it isn't just how diabolical and sick this man is, the willingness.
You can't deny me now, WWN. After leading Annihilation to triumph in reclaiming their FIP World Tag Team titles, the mastermind of FIP, Simon says, my voice is a little tired. My throat feels a little hoarse. So I'm gonna let these fine gentlemen, the victors of six-man warfare, do the talking for the Emerald Empire.
Before we get to the important piece of business, I need to talk about the Emerald Empire. I mean, tonight was seemingly our night. Theo says, told everybody, a beacon of neon light, and I'll be goddamned if that's not what happened in the six-man. I'll be goddamned if that's not what happened in the tag match, and I'll be goddamned if Brian Brock won't be back.
Attaboy.
There is something we really need to talk about, and let's point it to my boy, the man himself, Jonathan Hudson. I mean, tell him, baby!
August Artois, you go around talking about how you've had such a great 2024. You defended the title 22 times, deuce, and come out victorious all over the world. What did you say? You put world behind World Heavyweight Championship for FIP?
He said that. He said that.
What happened tonight? What happened tonight? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you guys just handed me an ass whipping, but I spiked you on your head like I said I would, and I got the 1, 2, 3. I beat the FIP World Heavyweight Champion, and I just cemented my name to get my goddamn shot at your title, August. You and I are not done. We are not done.
Sideshow, you think you're gonna get your hands on this man and get revenge? Diaz proved his worth. Hudson proved his worth, and the Florida Heritage Champion proved his worth. You are old news, Sideshow. Rich Swann, move along. And August, I believe tonight's victory, you owe this man an opportunity, and we will be cashing in sooner rather than later. Take that camera and find the losers and get their thoughts, because they're not smiling as big as we are.
Get out the winner's circle. This is the Emerald Empire.
Let me tell you something. I got respect for officials. I got respect for the referees. They bust their ass, they work hard. But let me tell you, my man, open your eyes. First of all, you missed the tag. We were on the trajectory to win that match when my man August Artois got that tag from Sideshow. And what'd you do? He said, oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Get back. And then you missed my man getting hit upside the head with the FIP championship.
It's disappointing. It's very, very disappointing when you go out there, you have a game plan, you have the match in the bag like we did, and then once again the Emerald Empire slips one in once again. August, you feeling all right, man?
You know what's disappointing, man? Is that I go out there and bust my ass. I'm all around the world busting my ass, and I thought I could rely on you guys, but...
What? August, man.
Dude.
Emerald Empire, we're not done with you. We're not done by a long shot. We'll see you soon.